Welcome to AVP's Up for Debate. Today's topic will be covering various issues plaguing schools. We are your hosts, Salin,
Nico,
and David. Teachers are one of the most important parts of the education system, which means a teacher can make or break a student's desire to learn. Let's join Blake and check it out.
Some people say the key to a fun and engaging classroom is a great teacher. We're at the CTE Center in Olean. Let's see what people have to say. What do you think separates a good teacher from a bad teacher?
Work ethic, as well as just being there for the students, listening to what they have to say, listening to their opinions, and taking that into account.
Simply caring about the student. Bad teachers don't care about their students. They just want to get the grades in. Good teachers care about their students and actually try to help.
And I think that a bad teacher, I don't know if there is such thing as a bad teacher. Some teachers are not as good as their jobs, but I don't necessarily think that they're bad.
Will students be biased against a teacher depending on their subject?
I think sometimes that they start out that way, but once you form relationships with students, I feel like it doesn't matter what you teach, that they're going to learn from you because they respect you and you respect them.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but oftentimes it comes down to how nice the teacher is, I think.
Oh, I believe so. I mean, if you don't like math, you're probably not going to like the math teacher. So, yeah, I do believe that probably happens.
Do you think some students would take advantage of good teachers?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it happen. I haven't personally, but I've seen other kids do it, yes.
Yeah, and it's happened before and it'll happen again. If you're too nice to a student, they're going to take their free 100s all day.
So there you have it. A fun and engaging teacher is sure to make any classroom better. I've been Blake with Up for Debate, signing out.
Many students have started to join the workforce and join trade schools rather than college. Wait, what are people's thoughts on this trend? Our reporter Dave will talk more on this topic.
Recent trends have shown many are going from colleges to, say, the workforce or trade schools. The value of having a college degree has declined to the ever-increasing job market. Although studies have shown people that attend college are likely to earn more and less likely to be unemployed. But then again, the advantages of immediately working does sound pleasing to most. Nonetheless, some of the most high-paying jobs are those that come from trades. We talked to Mr. Sheehy and Mr. Brooks on the subject.
It's such an individual decision. For some people, going to the workforce is the absolute right thing, right? That's what they want. They want to get out the door. They want to start earning some money. They want to start being independent and exercising their freedoms.
Sometimes it works out great. They learn a skill, or they get in with the right people or right company, and they can move up the ladder without certain education. Other times I've seen kids maybe enter the workforce and they get comfortable with their job, but there's not a lot of room for improvement or growth, and then they kind of find themselves stuck.
Others do believe differently, such as these business owners.
I feel like kids should go to, BOCES, VOTEC, trade schools, something along those lines where they can get their hands actually in and on to learn how to do that. Not everybody's made for college.
The general population needs more trade schools. I think a lot of kids are going to college because it's put into their head that they need to go to college to be successful, and I think the workforce needs more skill-educated workforce.
Neither option is better or worse. It all depends on what you've done in your high school career and what path you want to take. It all depends on what best suits you.
We will be right back after this short commercial break.
My name is Bethany Schoonover Cruz. I'm a program assistant and the caregiver navigator. So the Caregiver Navigator program, we do give out referrals. So what people do is if they need help finding something, we can help find those services in the area. We can start looking out in the community, seeing what you're eligible for, and call those places to make sure they actually have staffing. Then we call you back and we give you what you need to do and who has staff available. So we are free and can help you find all those different resources in the area.
So we focus on preventable injuries for children. So this could be drowning prevention or bike safety.
Southern Tier Healthcare System is a nonprofit rural health network that works to address the health and wellness needs of Allegheny, Chautauqua, and Cattaraugus counties. Call us at 716-372-0614 to see how we can help you.
Craving something sweet? La Dolce Vita is a local bakery and cafe that is sure to put a smile on your face, even on your rainiest of days.
La Dolce Vita, bad days end here.
In traditional schools, students wearing hats and backpacks have been an issue with students getting written up and or getting detention. Here is what Joey and Zach have to say on this topic.
Schools are typically against students wearing hats and carrying backpacks around school. Here's what teachers from Olean CT BOCES Center have said about this topic.
Hello, I'm here with Miss C.
Hello.
Miss C, what do you think about hats in school?
To each their own. Wear a hat. It's good. I have no problems with that.
What do you think about backpacks in school?
We've had backpacks in school for 100,000 years. I think, kids got to bring stuff to school somehow. So having a backpack, I'm okay with that too. But there's the other side of the coin where if you can't trust students and what they're bringing to school in their backpack, it raises a lot of question marks. So I can see both sides of that being a concern.
Do you think the rule should stand of no wearing backpacks and hats in school?
Well, I guess if they're going to tell you can't use a backpack, maybe they should give you like a see-through plastic bag. Like we go to concerts, we have to have a see-through plastic bag to come in. Maybe the school should provide those if they expect you to carry your books around and don't let you bring a backpack to school. Here we've always allowed hats and never had an issue with it. I don't understand why putting a hat on at the component school is a concern. But, everybody's got their own opinions.
Thank you, Miss C.
You're welcome.
As you can see, teachers have mixed opinions on this problem. After hearing their side of the story, what do you think?
Taxes, bills, and financing are sadly very important obstacles in today's world, but our school curriculum doesn't teach them. Should they make these classes mandatory? For more on this issue, here's Nico and Josiah.
In the United States, our current school system focuses on math, science, social studies, and English. But what would happen if we incorporated basic life skills into the curriculum? Teaching basic life skills such as how to pay your bills, file your taxes, and support yourself is essential for people to be contributing members of society. Let's see what the public thinks.
Do you feel that schools should offer more mandatory classes such as economics?
Depending on your grade is what I think. Like, if you're higher up in your grades, like we have BOCES, we should have less mandatory classes, where the lower grades should have more.
Do you feel that schools should offer classes such as politics?
As an elective, probably.
All right. Do you think schools should add more mandatory classes such as paying taxes and paying for bills?
Absolutely. It's important to know how to do that for when you become an adult, and most parents don't teach their kids how to do that. So in order for you to be a successful adult and know what to expect in the world, that would be great for you to learn that in school.
All right. Do you think schools should also add voting classes, like learning who to vote for in any aspect?
I don't know how I feel about that. You do have economics your senior year, I think a half a year of economics, and that teaches some about the political part of the world. I don't know.
As you can see, many people in the public support that schools should allow more classes that involve important life skills. These skills will help students to be independent and prepare them for better futures.
Hey David, what's your opinion on the school systems?
Well, I do enjoy the education, well, I can't speak, the education system. It has its pros and its cons, you know, such as the classes we take or, you know, tests or stuff like that. So yeah, overall, pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nico?
I think it's pretty good, actually. Not gonna lie.
Oh.
Even though I'm not a big fan of school.
Yeah. Well.
Thank you for watching Up for Debate.
Join us next time as we chat with city officials and people who have been pillars in the community or have given service. In one special event, Olean speaks for herself.
Thank you, and good night.